Engine 7, ladder 8, battalion 5 on a vehicle versus building crash, 2230 South Sable Boulevard. Engine 7, ladder 8, battalion 5.
Go up to your...
This is the driveway?
Yeah.
Good morning from Firehouse number 7, where you and I will be spending the next 24 hours riding along with Engine 7 and Ladder 8. This firehouse is located at the corner of Iliff and Blackhawk Street, just east of Interstate 225. Today, I'll be jumping back and forth between these two rigs. Engine 7 is going to electric vehicle fire training for a couple hours this morning, so I will be remaining on the ladder and then switching back and forth as the day goes on.
East side, ladder 2. Really nice. Ladder 8, sorry, dispatch.
Ladder 8.
Ladder 8, you're responding with medic 106. Due for a 62-year-old female. Conscious, difficulty speaking between breaths, having chest pain, pale, and clamping.
Ladder 8 copies. If you still have him on the phone, will you ask him which side of the building, please? So past Mississippi, it's that motel, hotel behind Best Buy there.
Okay.
All right, buddy, straight through.
Heavy clear at 920.
And we'll actually go past the next light.
Okay.
There'll be a left that'll put you by the main entrance of this.
Hall 513 is on over at Wagon Trail Drive.
Is everybody here?
Yeah, we're all.
You guys know the difference between a fire engine and a fire truck. The fire truck has the big ladder on the top and a bunch of tools. The fire engine is what you usually see most of the time, and that has the water, hoses, and they put out the fire. What does that look like? Like a claw, like a lobster claw, yeah. His clothes are designed for him to get dressed really fast, and he'll show you how he does that. Yep. He can get in all of this gear in under 2 minutes. Can't you, Roberts? Yep.
Okay, I'll put my timer on.
Yeah, if you guys want to start a timer, and if you guys want to cheer for him as he's doing it, and I'll say on your mark, you let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
And hey, when he gets dressed, do you think he's going to take off all of these clothes and then put clothes on? Nope, he's going to get right in there with his clothes on underneath all that other clothes.
Yep.
You ready? On your mark, get set, go!
Go, Roberts!
Go! Hey! You got this, come on, you got this! Come on, get dressed, woo! We gotta get going, faster, faster! Come on, Roberts!
We're gonna put the fire out, come on.
Come on, buddy, we're waiting on you! Roberts! He's gonna turn his air pack on. There we go. Alright. Wow. And when he claps his hands, that means stop the timer.
Super fast.
All right, stop.
So you're gonna hear him coming in, but what you're gonna hear is this breathing. Right? And your senses won't be as keen anymore, right? So you gotta feel yourself around. So if you come in and fire one at a time, come on by. Come on, Thomas, come on by. And just feel. He feels different, right? You feel his helmet, you feel his mask. He's there to help you, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna guide you out of the fire, right? Okay, come on, Shay. Come on, Shay, come on. Feel him. See? Touch him.
Fires?
Come on, Mariah. Just come on. Come on. You want come with Poppy? Okay, come on, Luke. You want to see? See? How he feels and looks a little different? James, you want to see? Yeah, see? See how it sounds? So listen to your senses, right? Because your eyes won't be able to help you as much.
Oh, I've seen one of those before.
Yeah. Come on, Cooper. You want to see? You don't want to see? Sarah, you want to see? No? Okay, come on, Sarah.
Oh, what a good time.
It's kind of scary, huh? But he's not scary. He's there to help you. Huh? Thank you, Mr. Roberts. Good job.
Oh, wow. What do you guys say to the wonderful firemen?
You're welcome.
You're
welcome.
wonderful.
So it's after this little strip mall on your side.
Okay.
There should be an entrance right here where it says Second Home Community.
Okay.
This is where we're going.
All right.
Looks like an open door right there on your left if you take a hard left.
I've never been in here. Well, I've been in here when it was abandoned.
Yeah, this is, I forget the...
Dispatch 501
Oh,
just for you
nice.
first.
Is that
Look at this.
tight in here?
Expert level driving. All right, here we go. Fire drill, fire drill.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire emergency reported in the building. Please evacuate the building by the nearest exit. Do not use the elevator.
Yes, sir. Looks like your alarm came in.
Okay, copy. We'll reset here in a second.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? There has been a fire emergency reported in the building.
We're currently confirming conscious breathing status is not alert.
Engine 7 just got back in service from electric vehicle fire training. Ladder 8 is going to that training now, and I just jumped on the engine. We are responding to a medical call.
Engine 7 on a seizure at 17401 East Dartmouth Avenue for Dalton Elementary. Engine 7 on a seizure at 17401 East Dartmouth Avenue for Dalton Elementary. Your cross street is South Ridgeville Street.
Or go left.
Go left?
Yeah, and go left again, all the way down.
Engine 7 on C1320.
That's all blocked off. So.
And Engine 7, room 5353.
Hello.
We just got back to quarters after Ladder 8 responded to a lift assist. That is a type of incident where someone needs help getting up, but they don't necessarily need an ambulance because they're not injured. When the crew arrived on scene, they actually found that the person wasn't feeling well, so an ambulance was requested and they were transported non-emergent to the hospital. Right about the same time we were leaving the station, a traffic collision occurred on I-225 near Parker Road. Engine 7 and some other units responded to that incident, and there were several people there with minor injuries. So now we're back in quarters doing some station chores, and the crew is getting dinner ready.
Medical pump stage. Medical 105 at 863.
Going through these, left at the second lane.
Copy.
So what are you looking for here, Cap?
Just want to check the outside meter. Usually you can look at the wheels on the outside of that meter. You can see these wheels. When there's gas moving, those wheels are spinning. That's how obviously the company knows that you're using gas.
Yeah.
So if I come over here and I see these wheels spinning, that's telling me that there is gas moving. But I don't see anything. Don't see anything spinning, so it tells me that there's likely no gas moving. I also just kind of check stability of it in case there's maybe a crack behind the wall or something like that. But this feels stable. Looks like it's sunk a little bit, but it's fine. So not too concerned here, and then just see what these guys have.
2014.
Just old.
Yeah, she says she has newer ones in the house that aren't beeping.
Okay.
So this is the one that was beeping. It's manufactured in 2014. Roberts is still running the detector down to the basement.
All right,
I'll let you know.
All right, I'll let her know.
What's the date have to do with this alarm?
So what we do, and one thing for most people to know is when you take your alarm off, if you look at the back, there's a manufacturing date. Smoke detectors you want to change every 10 years, and then your carbon monoxide you want to change every 6 to 8 years, I believe is what the manufacturer recommends.
Okay.
So that's one of the first things we check. We check batteries, and then we also check, they just go bad, right? They get dust in them, they get old, just all the different things that are going through your house. Eventually it just gets clogged up and it just gives you a false reading. And it'll also give you a different set of beeps. So certain set of beeps will tell you that the batteries are low, certain set of beeps will tell you that the detector's faulty, kind of just gives you all those indications.
And then you looked at the gas meter. What does natural gas have to do with carbon monoxide?
So natural gas is what is the fuel that's running your furnace, sometimes your stove, hot water heater, things like that. The byproduct of that gas burning in those appliances is carbon monoxide. So if it's not ventilating properly out of the basement or from those appliances, it can go inside of the house. That's what's going to give you the carbon monoxide readings on the detector, which is bad, obviously, asphyxiation, things like that, right? Whereas an actual gas leak, that's going to be that rotten egg smell, right? So we see the two different things, so that's why the natural gas is going to tell me possibly if this is a CO leak or not.
Nice.
So these guys have no readings.
Zeros, and this one also is 2014.
Okay, perfect. So we'll just let her know that
Here's our new batteries.
these detectors were old, buy new detectors, and then we check our monitors, make sure all the levels are zero. If we have zeros on our monitor, we're good to let them back inside, let them know what's going on. If we're getting any sort of readings, at that point we're going to call out XL Gas. They're going to come out, help us with the situation, find where the leak is, find where, maybe it's not venting out of the house, so on and so forth. Whatever we need to do to make this safe, and then XL comes out and takes it from there. But obviously in this situation, everything's good, so we're going to tell her to get some new detectors and take off for the next hole.
Awesome. Thank you. It's just after 8 p.m., which means we are halfway through the shift, and so far within the last 12 hours, Engine 7 and Ladder 8 have responded to 10 different emergencies. Once we got back from our carbon monoxide alarm, the crew was finishing up dinner, doing station chores, and cleaning up the kitchen. And now, one of the most enjoyable times in the firehouse, it's family time, so the crew is kicking back, watching a hockey game, and we'll see what the rest of the night brings.
First right. First right. Yeah, that light down Dillon.
Engine 7, Ladder 8, Battalion 5 on a vehicle versus building crash, 2230 South Sable Boulevard. Engine 7, Ladder 8, Battalion 5.
Go up to here with the first right.
On crash with a building, 2230 South Sable Boulevard. Your cross disease wall takes place, respond on Tech 2. Timer is 2119.
You have Engine 7, Ladder 8 going with you on a two-vehicle accident. One went into the garage of the home. There are no injuries being reported at this time.
All right, it's right here.
2122.
Oh, yeah.
Dispatch, Engine 715. It's going to be one truck into a vehicle, into a garage. Major damage on the front of the house. We'll be investigating for injuries.
Was this in the driveway?
Yeah, it was parked right there. Enforcement? Yeah. Truck, I want at least to try to get a Rescue 42 behind you in place of where that king stud was on the corner. At least something, wedge it until TRT gets there. Okay. Cool? Yep. All right, get on it.
They don't hold as much weight as your struts and your wood and things like that, but at least it's something that we wanted to put up right away, at least get some stability in there while we did operations. Temporary fix until the TRT got out there and assessed it and got it shored up properly.
Table speed copy. You have Engine 7, Ladder 5, Engine 5, Heavy Rescue 5, and does the building department need to respond out?
Okay, that's appropriate response. And yes, on the building department, please.
Some of the first things I'm thinking about, number one, life safety, right? I'm concerned that if the car is into the house, the person in the vehicle is possibly trapped, as well as any occupants that were inside the vehicle. That was our first concern. When we pulled up, we saw obvious heavy damage to two vehicles, heavy damage to the house, the front of the house. So again, we stuck with that life safety concept, made sure that our first actions were to check the vehicle, check the house, check for injuries, any entrapments, anything like that. And then the other issues that we're looking at when it comes to something like that, electrical and gas, right? The natural gas electrical component inside the house. Make sure that we don't have any exposed wires, gas lines hit, things like that we need to handle, which in this case we didn't. Yeah, so when it hit the garage, the two vehicles, the vehicle one made contact with vehicle two, pushed into the garage, took out a main support on the garage, which is underneath living space. And then it actually shoved the two cars that were parked inside the garage into the back living room that's behind the garage. And so our TRT team went in there, did some investigation, and realized that that is a load-bearing wall as well. So we're in the process of going in there and shoring that up as well, because obviously we don't want an interior collapse from two studs on the load-bearing wall being taken out. I didn't really get to see the patient, but he was out walking, surprisingly. If you look at the damage to the roof of his vehicle right above where he was sitting, I'd say he's pretty lucky. But he was out and walking. He was talking to us. He seemed coherent. So I'd hope that his injuries are minor. But until we get X-rays and do all the stuff at the hospital, it's really hard to tell because he did have a pretty good impact on those vehicles. So right now it looks minor, but hard to tell until they do further evaluation at the hospital. When the primary vehicle made contact with the vehicle in the driveway, it literally split that vehicle in half. When it did that, it severed the fuel tank on that vehicle. So another issue that we had was making sure that that was mitigated, right? We don't want an active gas leak. So we pulled a line off of engine 7, had an exposure line in case it ignited. We were ready for it. And then right now we're in the process of getting kitty litter down, dirt, things like that in order to keep it out of the waterway, especially with the rain. It's going to just wash it into the waterway where we don't want it. So we're trying to do some damming and diking to keep it from the waterway, as well as mitigate that issue completely as the best we can from the active leak on the gas tank.
Table 3 copy, starting shoring operations at 2159.
Once we notice the severity of the damage to the structure, we want to get our technical rescue team started out of Station 5. That way they can come out, do a full assessment of the structure, see if we need to do any shoring operations, which obviously we had to do on this scene due to the damage. But mainly because obviously we don't want a secondary issue, right? If we're taking out structural components of this house, we don't want the house to have a secondary collapse or anything like that.
Yes, ma'am. Send us ladder 8's call. They're not aware.
Copy. Melissa, you'll be responding with medic 113 on a 69-year-old female, conscious, breathing, who fell and is now possibly in and out.
7 copies. Thank you.
Well, it is just about 1 a.m. and most of the crew is bedding down to try and get a little sleep while the acting lieutenant finishes up some paperwork. The rain continues to fall down out there, and we'll see what the rest of now the morning brings. Good morning. It is shift change here at Fire Station number 7, and the crews are doing their pass-on right now in the apparatus bay and in the station office. Thankfully, for all of the people who live and work in this area of the city of Aurora, there were no emergencies that required Aurora Fire Rescue after 1 a.m. So not only is that great for our community members, but it's also great for the firefighters who were able to get a little rest after quite a long day that they had running calls. As always, thank you so much for watching the channel and for giving us your video ideas. If you have questions after what you saw in this video, please let us know either through our social media channels, or you can send me an email at afdpio@auroragov.org, and I'll see you in the next video.